Here he goes.
Woo! Alright guys, made it here to Skull Canyon ziplining. Year's coming to an end, so I got one more week to do some activities here. So we decided to go ziplining and we're gonna hit obstacle course. So right now, we're making our way towards the first zip line.
Here he goes.
Woo! Coming hot, but low-key guys. New Year's is around the corner. Time to set some New Year goals, New Year resolutions. You always want to make sure that you set like small goals and big goals. Why? Because those little small goals give gratification and make you want to keep pushing forward. Long-term goals, that's your delayed gratification, take a little longer to achieve, but makes it that much better. So guys, to give you a little tidbit about myself, is I was pretty scared of heights back in the day, but this year went ziplining, currently doing it, went skydiving, so it's a little bit at a time guys. And yeah, stay cheesy. Cheetos. All right guys, last zip line, fastest one. Nobody wants to drive home, so we're gonna race.
Might be driving back.
Who drives home? It's the loser over there. Ready to lose.
Check you guys.
Get it.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think I won.
If I'm being honest, I have no idea who won. Like,
Yeah, you like that one?
you were behind at first, but you were catching up. I think it was like
it was pretty.
it was almost exactly a tie.
Think so?
Exactly.
You guys gotta pick a side right now. You guys gotta pick, man.
Oh.
Well, look through the video footage.
Yeah.
That's the only
damn.
way.
Finished our little ziplining and obstacle course and adventure at Skull Canyon. It was a blast. A lot harder than I thought, but guys, it's the last week of December, so we have an hour drive back. We're by Corona right now. We gotta drive back to our home, and it's about an hour drive, so this is a great time for me to talk to you guys about your New Year's resolutions. Since, you know, we had a pretty rough 2020, hopefully 2021 is gonna be a little better. Any kind of improvement is gonna be 2020, right guys? But the best way to start your New Year's resolutions is to kind of think back on what you didn't accomplish or what you kind of wanted to do and didn't do. You should always start with those, because those are still your goals in the background, or those are still goals that are kind of in your mind that you kind of, I don't want to say failed, but to be honest, you guys did fail if you didn't accomplish them, right? So you should always start with those. It could be anything from, you know, a new position in your job. It could be anything from fitness, financial, mental, physical, any kind of goals you guys have in mind. That's a good idea to start pushing for now. You know, New Year's is coming up. You want to get the New Year's resolutions. And the best way to start, like I said, if you guys accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish and you hit all the goals you wanted to, the best way to start is with some new goals. So like I said, I mentioned before, pick something that you kind of want to strive for. I'm a nurse, so I'm related to nursing. If you guys want to look into a different field of nursing, maybe you want to try a different unit, 2021 is probably the best time for you guys to try it, right? Especially if it's kind of been lingering and you're kind of nervous, because it's always hard leaving one unit and going to the next unit. It's a really hard step because you feel at home, you know? And, you know, for you nurses that are kind of shy or are a little nervous about doing that, you might find a better home. If you have some financial goals, guys, the best way to do it, start saving. Physical goals, best way to do them, start in the gym. But guys, you wanna have these little goals, little achievements along the route of your main goals. So let's say you want to, for example, try a different unit, but you want to not go from med-surg to med-surg, you're going from like med-surg to ICU. A good long-term goal would be, hey, let me get to the ICU by July. So that's like a long-term goal, right? 6 months away, it's pretty long. So you also want to have these little goals along the way, just so you kind of feel better about yourself and you feel like you're actually putting in time and dedicating yourself to achieving that goal, right? So you want to have little goals in between your big goals, right? So you could start with, you know, studying, maybe looking up CCR and stuff, maybe just bring it up to your manager, things like that. Maybe go on orientation, look into some podcasts and videos about ICU nursing, kind of brush your skills up already. Those are like good little goals. And you could, you know, if your ideal goal is to hit the ICU by July, let's every week look up something new in the ICU, and that way you're hitting something every week, guys. If it's like a physical format, obviously, like I said, guys, gym is gonna be the best motivator, and the gym is long-term wise working out. You're gonna see substantial gains, substantial changes, but it's these short-term lengths of time that are gonna be the hardest because you're not gonna notice as much changes. You know, a week-to-week picture isn't gonna look that detailed or that pronounced when you look week to week compared to like once every 3 months, right? You're gonna see drastic change in that time. But like I said, start with a small goal. So if you want to lose, like, let's say 20 pounds by July and it's January, right? You want to lose some weight, you should probably go for like start out walking for like a week, you know, and then progress to running, then get a gym membership, things like that. You always want to have that big goal in mind, but you always want to have these little goals that you're achieving along the way that lead up to that big goal. So guys, hope 2020 ends well for you guys. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Peace.
Good morning, everyone. So it is a beautiful morning. We're actually going surfing on our day off. Gonna catch some waves. Going to learn how to ride for longer than 4 seconds.
We're gonna get 4.5 seconds. Man,
4.5
how long
seconds.
it took us to strap these boards to the car?
It took a while. It's cool because this is some good Polish engineering right here. So we took some towels. We have only one of these straps, so we have to kind of improvise. But looks good. I don't think it's gonna get loose. Let's roll. All right, so since we're talking about goals 2021 and everything else, one thing I like to talk about all the time is growth versus fixed mindset. And the way I think of this is your level of talent and potential is irrelevant if it's trapped in a mediocre mindset, correct? So we have to break out of this fixed mindset that our character, intelligent, and our creative abilities are static, meaning they're given to us and that's it. When you look at growth mindset, you thrive on challenges and you don't see your failures as evidence of unintelligence. It's actually a springboard to keep on producing, keep on exercising and stretching those abilities to become a better human being. And that's what it's about. When it comes to your goals, is you have to have that ability that you know you're going to springboard, you're going to challenge yourself, you're going to fail, but ultimately you will prevail and learn. One example of developing a growth mindset is don't say, I'm not good at this, say, what am I missing? Or don't say, it's good enough, say, is it really my best work? So you have to switch your thinking. Even the same thing, I'll never be that smart. You gotta change that to, I'll learn how to do this. It's all about growth mindset. And once you kind of break yourself from the trap of that mediocre thinking, you're going to be able to excel in everything. And that's the way New Year's should be handled. Any kind of goal in life is growth mindset. I'm gonna go catch a wave right now. Talk later.
Hey guys, so I'm sitting here on Brink, just reflecting, thinking about constructive criticism. And I feel like constructive criticism is one thing that we all would need to learn, or we all can get better at, right? A lot of times we do something a certain way and we learn to do it in this one way or this one manner. And then when somebody else comes in and shows you a different way, or explains to you why one way is better than the other, we kind of get hurt, right? We take it to heart. We take this constructive criticism that's supposed to be a learning lesson to us, a way for us to grow and to learn and take a step forward. We take it to heart and we view it as a personal attack. It's not meant to be a personal attack when someone gives you constructive criticism. They tell you, hey, you're doing it wrong. This way is do better. And it's your responsibility to just take it in and kind of adapt to it, or take it as a change, right? You want to learn from it. When someone says that one way is better than the other way, or better than your way, or they give you a list of reasons why you should do A instead of B or A instead of C, and then take that as opportunity to grow, right? Don't take it too hard. Yeah, your ego might get hurt a little bit, but put that ego to the side, because long-term wise, you could either one, ignore it and keep doing the same thing you've been doing that's hasn't been effective the first time around or second time around, or you can take it as a learning opportunity and take that criticism and apply it to yourself and just go with it, right? Take it as a learning moment. People have your best interest in mind. Majority of people. I come from a nursing background, ICU background, where we can be a little egotistic. We always think our way is the best. We always think our way or the highway, and we always think that we know best. And then when you enter a new unit or enter a new role, and a nurse comes in or somebody comes in and tells you, hey, we do things a little bit differently here. You're gonna need to do this instead of that. Yeah, we tend to take it a little bit as a personal attack, but put your emotions to the side and understand why this person is telling you this, right? Understand that the reason they're bringing it up to your attention is because something is wrong or something is not per standard or per policy, right? So the main point I want to get across, guys, is try to learn to take constructive criticism. It's a little bit different when someone is bashing you or someone is talking smack. That's not constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is when somebody comes up to you and tells you, hey, try doing this way, or let me show you how to do it this way. It's a teaching moment, guys. So a good New Year's resolution, or a good thing to implement on New Year's, especially if you tend to be more on the egotistic side, or kind of get hurt by people telling you what to do, or when you get hurt with people telling you you're doing something wrong, is to kind of learn to be okay with that and put your emotions to the side and take on this constructive criticism and use it to your advantage as a learning opportunity and an opportunity to grow. Peace out, guys. I'm gonna go back to work.
The last thing you're going to need for your success in 2021 for New Year's resolution is to have a balanced mind for your goals. What does that mean? You have to be balanced both emotionally and rationally. So emotionally, yes, you need passion and you need to mentally visualize your goal, correct? But visualization is not enough to attain that goal. You have to be rational. Your goals have to be measurable. You have to be accountable somehow. How are you going to track and do this goal properly, correct? And with that mashup, you're going to be prone to be successful at whatever you're out to do. And last thing, the goal of life, correct? The big picture. It's not about making a lot of money and sipping mojitos and chilling at the beach all day. The goal is to find your passion and make a difference in the world, right? Because at the end of the day, when you pass away, what's going to matter? Your legacy. And how will you be remembered? Don't forget, guys, if you guys like our YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you find any value, please share with people and keep investing and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. If you're into travel nursing, hit us up. We have an awesome company recruit that we work with. Thank you, guys.